Let's continue now from where we left off once again, and we were just looking at document.writes, that's command here, as well as basic concatenation. So to concatenate strings in JavaScript, you use the plus symbol or addition, this operator right here, but it can quickly get out of hand and really confusing, especially if you want to concatenate like 50 values at once and you have different types of HTML tags. You need to think about where you're adding the spaces. Is there too many are there too many spaces and all of that? So one better way to do that quickly is through template literals. They used to be known as template strings, and I believe they were introduced in JavaScript with ES6 if I'm not mistaken. And I want to refer you guys back to this Mozilla Developer Network documentation page here, template literals, and yeah, ES 2015, which is ES6, I guess. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to give you basic examples of how this works, especially if you are quickly confused when you read that page here. So I'm going to close the pages I had open in my previous tutorials. Now I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm going to write the same thing, but it's going to be much cleaner and easier to read. So I could say you are. Now I'm going to add an expression here. I want to pull the value from that variable name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a $sign, then an open curly brackets, type the name and close it. Now you might say this is it's definitely not the value of that variable here, and that is simply because with templates literals you don't have to use quote symbols, you have to use backticks. So I'm going to remove this, add one backtick here, remove the last one, as the other backtick, and now we have you are a subscriber. And instead of having a plus symbol, etc., I could simply have a normal space and type on and a space, and then I pull the next value from that variable. So on YouTube, $sign again, open curly brackets, and I type the name of the variable and right, period. So how easy was that? Simply one line. And we didn't get confused with the spaces. We didn't add any extra symbols like plus, etc. We only had to use the $sign and the brackets, which is how you pull in the value, or you execute or evaluate your expression in between. So there is more you can do with template literals, and again you can add HTML tags. And I want to close this EM here. All right, and now it's easy to read because it's all usually code editors will color this for you in one main color, and these variables will be in a separate color, but you can quickly read this as one sentence. So that's the basics of template literals. All right, just know this, you have to use backticks, not quote symbols, and you have to use the $sign and the curly brackets to get the values of your variables or evaluate your expressions. So that's pretty much how it works. Yeah.